Well, honestly, there's very few people that are at your skill level, so.
I'm not even that good. I know it's weird to say.
You're objectively that good when you compare yourself to the total population.
Yeah.
But when you look at, like, you know, who's better than you, there's a lot of people, sure, there's a lot of people better than you, but that's a very small group of people.
Golf is like life. It's all about reference. It's all about,
Yeah.
You could be doing really great, but like if you're comparing yourself to people who are doing better than you,
Sure.
you may feel like you're not doing that great.
That's very
Whether it's
true.
golf, business, school.
Well, what's the saying? Comparison is the thief of joy, right?
Yeah.
So if you're comparing yourself to maybe the wrong crowd, you're going to steal a lot of happiness. If you're like me, who's like, I'm actually pretty good at golf, but I'm just playing with my friends who actually all are not that good. I'm there. I like your shot better.
Stop and smell the roses. Like,
Dude, yeah.
you could be doing something hard and arduous, and it could be all-consuming. But if you don't take the time to just maybe for a second appreciate it,
Stop
recognize the work, what's the point?
What's the point of all this?
It's not just the end goal. It really is the journey.
Dive in, you know, and then you'll learn what you need to learn.
Yeah, you're not really going to learn anything until you actually make mistakes.
Right. Yeah,
So,
and that's the biggest thing is like you learn from your mistakes. So putting yourself in situations where you're going to make mistakes is really just putting yourself in a situation where you're going to learn.
Yeah.
Which is like something a lot of people get, but they don't actually implement.
You're not going to learn from doing everything right.
No, definitely not. No, you need to fail. And then if you're smart, you know, you have some sort of reflection where you go, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, you have to have some sort of humility to admit you're wrong.
Self-awareness is
Self-awareness
huge,
too, yeah.
And a desire to improve. And having that desire to improve is like, you know, part of having a desire to improve is to understand that you have room for improvement. A lot of people don't even get to that point. And so like, once you accept that you're like not good at something, it's very freeing.
It really is the 10,000 hour rule. It has some sort of truth to it, right? You really
agree.
have to spend a lot of time on something to become an expert at it.
Yeah, well with golf, man, it's really the reps. Like
golf's a 10 million hour thing.
Dude, it's reps. Like no matter how, there's no other way around it. You just got to hit the ball. You got to swing the club and hit the ball. Figure out what works. That's been a big thing for me of like getting past the fear of like, well, like what if something doesn't work the first time?
Yeah.
I used to let
fear
it hold me back. Yeah, it's not going to work the first time. Just once you get past that, it's like, okay, how many times do I have to fail for it to work? All right. Okay, let's just do that then.
Yeah.
Just fail 15 times and it'll probably work after.
Yeah, you have to get beyond the fear, one, of your own failure, and also two, like what people would think about you for failing.
Yeah.
People judging you because like you're trying something out and like maybe it comes off a little weird or comes off like you're not very good at it.
Sure, for sure. I mean, just like these videos, like I'm going to put these on the internet and like somebody's going to say something about like, oh, he talked weird or something, you know?
It's like a very childish thing to worry about what other people think about you.
It really is. It's childish, but it's so weird because like everybody does it to you know a certain degree.
Like I wish I had that mentality as like a late teen, early adult.
Oh my God!
Like in college and high school, like not
imagine?
caring what other people thought.
It'd be a superpower.
Yeah,
it'd be literally like a superpower.
Not putting too much stock in other people's opinions.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's your life. You have to live with it. Do what you enjoy. Do what makes you happy. Pursue what you want to pursue. Stop determining success by other people's measure of it. Stop living the life that other people want to live just because they make it seem cool. Do what you enjoy. And just
do what resonates with you.
Yeah, and just be you. And don't for a second feel guilty about being yourself. Nice. If you enjoy something, enjoy it. It's your life. Confidence is the derivative of competence. Like knowing what you're doing gives you that ability to be confident.
Very true, right? The more you do something, the more you know what works and what doesn't.
I know, like one of my favorite quotes, I think I heard it on the Joe Rogan podcast. He was talking about how, you know, discipline is so much more useful or has so much more value than motivation. You know, motivation is one thing because, but motivation eventually runs out. You're not going to be motivated every day. You're going to have bad days where you're not going to want to do something. You're not going to want to work hard. You're not going to want to go to the gym, eat healthy, whatever it is you're striving to do, some days you're just not going to have the motivation. It's not always going to be there, but discipline will always be there. If you have discipline,
100%.
you'll always be able to persevere and push through those tough times.
That might have been David Goggins on Joe Rogan.
Maybe, yeah.
When he was talking about that. That sounds extremely familiar, and it's like absolutely
David Goggins has actually been, because I read his book, or one of his books earlier this year.
Yeah, he's good. Embrace the suck.
Yeah,
right?
embrace the suck. And
I get chills every time I say that. I love that. Embrace the suck.
he's been some of my motivation when I run.
Oh yeah.
When I need that little
He's
boost
the
to motivate me.
what does he do? The ultra marathons,
Yeah,
right?
he
100
does
miles.
ultra marathons. Yeah, it's crazy stuff.
Yeah, talk about motivation
Crazy
for
stuff.
running. That guy's it.
Yeah.
He's awesome. That guy, he is so cool.
It's like, stop feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah.
Right? Go out there and do it.
Yeah.
No one cares. No one feels bad for you.
Stop making excuses.
Yeah.
Just do it. The dude
Just go
ran
do it.
an ultra marathon with broken bones in his feet.
Yeah. He didn't have any cartilage in his knees, I think.
If he can run 100 miles with broken bones in his feet, I can run 5 miles and
Yeah.
have a little bit of lower back
Yeah.
pain.
You can push through the suck a little bit.
Yeah, I can embrace the suck a little
Yeah.
bit.